everyone, my name is Vanessa and today I'm going to be reviewing the Slumberpod. I specifically bought the one with the fan. I have been loving this product, so I'm super excited to show you guys how this works. It's honestly been a game changer for us. Before I get into it, let me share a little bit about myself first. So my name is Vanessa. I live in BC, Canada. I have a 15-month-old and another one due in less than a month. So just before this video, I did review the Remy Play Yard, the Up a Baby playpen, and I feel like the Slumberpod and playpen go hand in hand. So I want to do this one next, so I hope you find this video useful and check out my other one if you want to see information on the Remy playpen. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so here's the Slumberpod all packed up. It is, should I do it this way? So here is the Slumberpod all packed up. It is nice and compact. We have flown with this to Mexico, Uruguay, and Argentina, and we just had it in our carry-on. So it is pretty small. It's not too heavy, which is great. So let's open it up. Inside, I first have my fan that's gonna come out. I have the poles to put together and the fabric. And then the bag is empty. All right, let's do this. So to put this together, it's like putting a tent together. If you've ever done that, really easy. You just get the pieces to click into each other, like this here. There's a couple that are curved, just the design of how it's made. And one more. Oop. All right, so let's put this other end together as well. Okay, so I have them laid out. I will say the only downside that I can think of to the Slumberpod is that when you're first setting it up, these two pieces are really long. So we've been in a small hotel room. It's totally doable, but it just makes things a little tricky. It's definitely easier to do this with two people when you have these long sticks, long poles, and you're trying not to break anything in the hotel room. So that's the only downside, is that there's these two things. All right, so let's put it in the fabric and I'll show you how quick it is to do that. Okay, so I just have this rolled up and I will open it up. Big piece of fabric here. So you'll see the top here has like an X. So I'm going to run the poles through 1, 2, 3, and 4 ends. And then after that, I'll have these little things to clip it on, and the foot of it will sit in here. Okay, so let's thread the poles through here. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 ends. And I'm gonna stick it in the little foot holder here. And find the other one on my side. Lean it against a wall here. And then there's 3 to clip on over here as well. Okay, we're already halfway done. Let's do the other. All right, so now we'll do the other side. Again, easier with 2 people. I mean, it's doable by myself, but normally my husband is around to help out. All right, so 1, 2, screw the top and over onto the other side. 3 and 1 more. So I have a looped through the 4 over here, and I will just keep threading it through to the end now. So I need to find this little foot piece on the other end, get it in there, And I can just stretch this out. And find it on this end here too. Ta-da! All right, so these are the little foot ends here that I'm talking about. And then we have these things to snap it on. There we go. And I'll do these little clips on the other end as well. So I'll show you what it's like to put this over the Remy Playard just to give you an example of how it feels. Okay, so we have the Remy Playard over here. Let's get the Slumberpod put on top of it. I'm just gonna grab it by the top, lift over, and put it down. There we go, that's it. So now the front here, you'll see there's a nice zipper. So I'm able to open this up to be able to see inside clearly. So you can close this either side. There's a zipper that goes both ways, which I appreciate. Like this here. And I'll show you where we can put the fan in next. So the top of it, you'll see, has two pouches. One over here, that's mesh. And then one on the other side that is clear. So this one is meant for the baby monitor, and this one here is meant for the fan. So all you have to do is just stick the fan in, and it's in this little pouch here, and plug this in, and you're all good to go. Speaking about the fan, I definitely recommend it because it can get stuffy in there. Even if it's on low, there's different settings for the fan, so it doesn't have to be a hot summer day. But just to have the air circulating, I think it's a really good idea to have the fan. So whether or not you purchase it with the Slumberpod, I would definitely add one in there. And it's super convenient that there is a pouch for it like that. So my honest thoughts on the Slumberpod, 100% worth it. This thing has been amazing. It's actually pitch black inside. So when we've gone to hotels, before we had this, we would, you know, have the playpen set up, and he would often like go up in the playpen or whatever they had, the hotel crib, and just like peek and look to see, hey, are mom and dad awake? Can I play? And so we'd have to like pretend to be sleeping in bed, or else he would come over and start to cry and want to hang out with us. So by having this, not only does it make it dark, but it just gives him his own space. And so he's not looking around for us. He's in his bubble. He knows it's time to sleep. We're able to, example, get ready for a wedding in a hotel room. We're able to do whatever we want to do, watch TV, and it's not going to wake him up. So it's so nice for sharing a hotel room with the baby. Honestly, big difference. I'll open this up here. And so we've used this with actually quite a few different cribs, cribs and playpens. When we've gone to hotels, we didn't travel with our pack and play. And so we used whatever they had there, and they all varied in heights. So one of them did actually, I think it was in Uruguay, it came up really high. So that is something to be aware of. It wasn't the biggest deal because I mean, this thing is super light. So I was able to kind of, while putting him down, you know, lift it up with my back a bit and then place him down. But it has, you know, it has its pros and cons. So just be aware of like the height for how much room you have. And this obviously gets in the way of the zipper at the bottom for being able to place the baby down. So you need to pick your battles of what's important to you. Our baby's never been able to open the zipper from the inside. Again, I don't know how he would do that either if it's all the way closed. If he had it, you know, half open, different story. But with it all the way closed, he's never been able to open it. So at the top here, we have our fan pouch, and we have the baby camera pouch over here as well for your monitor. Okay, let's give you an idea what it's like to be a baby inside here. So I have the camera in, and I'm going to zip you up. And you're having your nap. So as you can tell, it is bright out here and pitch black inside. Hi, camera. Okay, so I want to go over a few little details that this thing has. So at the back, you'll see there's this little stick and Velcro. Tiny little detail, but then it holds it up a little bit for a little more airflow. So there's this here. Down at the bottom, you see there's like this outline, another little clip. So if you wanted to, you could reach underneath. Bear with me as I'm doing this with one hand here. And clip it in here to get even more airflow. So I've never used this because I do want it pitch black. But if you weren't too preoccupied with that, then you could use that there. And there is another one of these little stick things over here that has the Velcro just to give it a little more airflow. Around the front here, if you wanted this top window kept open, you can do that as well. You'll see underneath there's a little loop. And so you could loop that over and that will hold the top window open for you. This one I have used if I'm trying to like slowly wake him up and he's just like passed out. That way it allows just a little bit of light in. And then at the bottom, same thing over here. You have another loop underneath and you can hold this open with that. Ta-da! Okay, so now let's get this thing put away. So first I'm gonna unclip all of these sides. We've got 3 on each end. Do these ones here. Alrighty. So I'm just gonna step on the end here, pull this out, and feed it through without having it come apart on me. And I may as well unclip all of the other feet while I'm at it. So again, it can be a little awkward having this, these poles be so long. Again, you do it 2 people, but hey, it's doable by myself as well. It's not the end of the world. So now that we have that done, I'm going to collapse the poles, just pull them apart. There's one. Two. So with the fabric, I'm just gonna fold it a couple times. Something like that. Roll up. Honestly, it doesn't really matter how you do it. It just fits in the bag pretty easy. And now I can pack it all together. So I normally put the fabric piece in first into the bag. Gonna take the poles, stick them into the side. And then the fan normally fits nicely on top. Zip it up, cinch it up, and we're all good to go. I'm ready to go on my next adventure. So I hope you guys found this video to be useful. I know whenever I'm buying a new baby product, I always watch a whole bunch of these videos because I want to hear what other moms have to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, if you'd like to learn about the Up a Baby Remy, go watch my previous video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.